who is unavoidably also absent. You will recall that he was with us partially on Monday. He was with us fully on Tuesday before he suddenly collapsed. At his age 84, this might not be unexpected. He has therefore been requested to kindly rest for the rest of the week. But is ably represented by one of the outstanding old boys in diaspora, Dr. Olushis. Thank you, duly represented. We have also presenting to us today one of the most brilliant product of our two voices, who has also excelled in virtually all aspects of his endeavor. He happens to be a product of the military academy, but more importantly, is a product of Harvard University. Right, Honorable Bbhs. Important thing in respect of why we are here, and why we also have Right Honorable Bbhs with us. It is my joy to let you know when Nigerian parents will prefer to send their children to private school, Right Honorable Bbhs resolved to send his own children to a public school. But that is not the story. The story is that his son is in Baptist Boys High School. Distinguished ladies and gentlemen, we are here together to explore and exchange ideas. And on behalf of the Chairman Board of Trustees, who I hope will join us, kindly have enough patience to listen to this particular discussion this morning. I wish all of us a happy listening period. Good morning and God bless. Papa Bbhs. Distinguished ladies and gentlemen, I think we first take the message, the lecture by Dr. Akinwumi Adesina. It has been sent to us, been packaged and sent to us. We now take the projector to player to please play this for us.
Your Excellency, Chief Dr. Olusegun Obasanjo, former President of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, and my dearest Baba. His Royal Majesty, Oba Michael Adedotun Aremu Gbadebo, the Alake and paramount ruler of Egbaland, and Chairman, Board of Trustees of the Old Boys Association of the Baptist Boys High School, Abeokuta. Your Excellencies, Professor Kayode Oyeshiku, National President of the Old Boys Association. The principal, staff, and students of the Baptist Boys High School, Abeokuta. Distinguished ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much for your invitation to speak to you as you celebrate the centennial of the Baptist Boys High School, Abeokuta. Now, as I was preparing this lecture, someone sent me a viral video of former President Olusegun Obasanjo, the most famous student of the school, wearing shorts and marshalling the old students as they embarked on a walk right through the town of Abeokuta. I was so surprised how disciplined all of you were during that march. Of course, you had no choice. You had a prefect who was a general and former president whipping all of you into line. Generals never change, and Baba never changes. He ages like great wine. 100 years ago, on the 23rd of January 1923, Reverend Samuel Pinnock officially opened the Baptist Boys High School, Abeokuta. Answering God's call to spread the good news, his vision has enabled generations of boys to develop their God-given talents and improve their own lives and those of others. The boys have become men, and the men have become great leaders. The school has excelled over the years. Recently, the Baptist Boys High School, Abeokuta, was ranked among the 3 best performing secondary schools in Nigeria in terms of mathematics, computing, and innovative technology. Well done. The school has been developing and producing great leaders, and many of them are right here in this hall today. You all are the distinguished ambassadors of this eminent institution. We are proud of your individual and collective contributions and services to Nigeria and to humanity. Your Excellencies, ladies and gentlemen, education is a fundamental human right. It is an indispensable tool for sustainable development. Education is the door that opens the highway to opportunities, economic opportunities, leadership opportunities, business opportunities, political and governance opportunities, and opportunities to get out of poverty into prosperity. The investment that any nation makes in education reflects its hopes and aspirations for accelerated development. These aspirations are captured in the United Nations Sustainable Development Goal number 4 for inclusive, equitable, and quality education for all. To achieve this critical goal, global spending on education must rise from $1.2 trillion to $3 trillion per year by 2030. We must put our money where our mouth is. We cannot underfund education. A nation can only go as far as the quality of its human capital. So, if you underfund quality education, get ready for underdevelopment. As a nation, we can and we must do better to prepare today's generation for the jobs of the present and the future. A nation's aspirations, economically and developmentally, are dependent on significant investments in education, especially in physical and technological infrastructure, efficient education systems, quality and well-trained staff, and curricula that prepare students for the real demands of the labor market. Distinguished ladies and gentlemen, the future waits for no one. As a nation, the demands of a dynamic, fast-changing, and integrated labor market globally require that we must significantly invest in building first-rate and competitive human capital. We must also improve educational systems to be more resilient and able to adapt to rapidly changing environments. Take an example. The recent COVID-19 pandemic laid bare the significant vulnerabilities of educational systems to external shocks. With schools closed for significant periods of time, millions of young boys and girls were without access to education due to lack of digital learning facilities. It is estimated that over 69 million kids in Africa were out of school due to the pandemic. The situation was worse for schools in low-income countries and communities, and for rural and low-income households who could not afford access to computers for their kids for digital education delivery. The pandemic showed the need to invest heavily in connectivity for schools, especially with internet, broadband, and equipment for digital teaching and learning, as well as, and I must say this, connectivity to electricity supply. Students cannot learn in the dark. The mind needs light to fully function. No wonder the first thing that God did at creation was to say, "Let there be light." And there was light. It is imperative that all schools be connected to electricity. If you agree with me, say, "Let there be light." And we better be sure that the students are learning with that light. Now, while enrollment rates have been increasing in primary and secondary schools, what matters is the level of proficiency offered by the educational system. It is worrying that despite the very high gross enrollment rates of over 98% in Africa in primary schools, UNESCO, in a study of 2017, showed that 88% of children in primary schools in sub-Saharan Africa cannot meet minimum proficiency levels. Wow. And in addition, 88% of adolescents in lower primary schools do not meet minimum proficiency levels. Now, this is especially the case for mathematics, a core subject needed for learning in an increasingly digital world. Greater investments are needed in higher education to produce the skills and competences needed to drive technological innovation and business development. With a rapidly growing population, we must do more to ensure that our children receive access to the education they deserve. According to UNESCO, less than 10% of African youth have access to higher education, compared to 35% globally in 2018. We must ensure that the private and social returns on education are significantly improved. The greatest discouragement for education is lack of jobs. The unemployment rates for graduates in Africa are extremely high, and they reduce the returns on education. Furthermore, they lead to frustration among the youth and spur social discontent, which could worsen social and political fragility of countries. Last month, the Board of Directors of the African Development Bank approved our action plan for developing skills, productivity, and employability for the youth of Africa. This plan strengthens our commitment to science, technology, innovation, and the education and skilling of Africa's workforce. We are equipping at least 50 million young people with the skills they need to thrive, particularly in science, technology, engineering, and mathematics. Their ability to understand and apply data and come up with solutions to complex problems will be crucial to success as Africa enters the fourth industrial revolution. The fourth industrial revolution is a wake-up call for Africa and presents enormous opportunities with the emergence of applications that used to exist only in the imagination of science fiction writers. Think of 3D printing. Think of robotics. Think of automation. Think of artificial intelligence. Think of digital face and speech recognition. Think of biotechnology. Think of nanotechnology. And think of telemedicine. What a different world we have. We must therefore transform Africa's educational systems to prepare students for this new digital world. That is why the African Development Bank has partnered with philanthropic organizations such as the Rockefeller Foundation and Microsoft Philanthropies on what we call Coding for Employment program. Together, we are preparing our young people for the fourth industrial revolution. We have created 7 centers of excellence in Nigeria, as well as in Kenya, Rwanda, and Senegal. We have trained over 152,000 youths, and I'm glad that almost 50% of them are women, in information and communication technology, ICT, and soft skills. This includes 135,000 trained through the Coding for Employment e-learning platform and Digital Nigeria platform during the COVID-19 pandemic. Your Excellencies, I am very proud of what we have accomplished in such a short period of time. The African Development Bank has supported the African University of Science and Technology in Abuja and the Nelson Mandela Institute in Burkina Faso to do amazing things. During the COVID-19 pandemic, they rapidly produced personal protective equipment needed by frontline health workers. They went further. They produced hand sanitizers, face masks, and shields using 3D printing technology and recycled plastic. What an achievement! The African Development Bank also supported the establishment of an incubation center in Abuja to help graduates gain access to technology and build their skills. We have invested in the Pan-African University Institute of Life and Earth Sciences, located in the University of Ibadan. I know some of you went to University of Ibadan, but I went to the University of Ife, and I think Ife is the best university. Anyway, with the bank's financial support, these institutions have offered 454 master's degrees and 83 PhD degrees since 2014. The African Development Bank also approved $170 million in December of 2021 to support Nigeria's program to expand digital and creative industries with the goal of unleashing the entrepreneurial spirit of our youths. Your Excellencies, distinguished ladies and gentlemen, Nigeria's youths are leading today in the fintech industry. Two Nigerian companies, PayPal and InterSwitch, are both valued at $1 billion. A third company, Flutterwave, more than tripled its valuation to over $3 billion. Now, despite such inspirational successes, many young entrepreneurs face significant challenges in accessing financing to develop and grow their business ventures. To tackle this endemic problem head-on, the African Development Bank is working to establish what we call Youth Entrepreneurship Investment Banks. They will be new financial institutions run by young and first-rate financial experts to deliver financial products that will grow the businesses of young people all across Africa, including right there in Nigeria. Our goal is to simply provide the youths with a level playing field and to drive youth wealth creation. And I certainly hope that many of the young students listening to me today will achieve that youth-based wealth creation. For at the end of the day, the purpose of quality education is to create such prosperity. Excellencies, ladies and gentlemen, with over 18,000 graduates to date, the Baptist Boys High School Abeokuta has contributed considerably to the development of quality human capital for Nigeria. This extraordinary institution has gained respect and admiration as a center of excellence and a citadel for functional, modern, and quality education. Sitting in the front of us today are the elders and the leaders that came out of this great institution. Well done to all of you. But as you celebrate the 100 years of the school, we must now focus on the future leaders that will emerge from here. In the great tradition of this school, I am confident that future leaders are right here in this hall today. And yes, future presidents too. I know that you all cannot wait to get out there and start contributing to Nigeria's and Africa's amazing transformation. I am confident that you will succeed. You have been well prepared. You have outstanding old boys of the school to look up to. The future is now yours. Now go out and drive excellence. The 100 years of this school have seen greatness. May the next 100 years be even greater. Congratulations. Thank you very much.
The applause is louder for Dr. Akinwumi Adesina, President of the African Development Bank and former Minister of Agriculture in Nigeria. It was as if he's been here physically with us. And we thank him very much. We thank him very much. Before we go to discussants. Let's take a breather. And I want the panel to start preparing to discuss on that lecture. The breather, I invite Ebuwa, who is 15 years old and in SS2A in the Baptist Boys High School, to give us his thoughts on the journey of Bbhs.
Standing in the existing protocol, my name is Bbhs. I'm an SS2A, and I'm here to present an article titled Essential Young Bbhs, the making of new secondary since 1993. Once in a while, they come a unique citadel among the academic freedom of the nation, which is so interesting to all of the country. In Nigeria, particularly from the secondary school, one particular school comes to a Muslim life, which is known as the Baptist Boys Bbhs. Like a cat Baptist Boys was founded and used on the principle of hard work, high standard, mingled with humility, reflected on the school motto, Newly Secondary, which is humble of Savior and on January 23, 1923, Bbhs was founded at Abuja and became a president of that secondary school. With due respect to that secondary school like King's College, Mayflower, African Children's School, or Abel Grammar School, non-campus of leadership, or legend started, or Baptist Boys School. The school made a pacification, Nigerian secondary education, and acceleration. However, due to the landing of the school, Baptist Boys School transited to Christianity in 1969, still maintaining the school vision, which is more recognition as the foremost standard of learning, that is second to none in the new domain of education. It's as if the school had made a covenant with the Lord God Almighty in doing our best, creating great future leaders that are second to none in all walks of life, be it legally, politically, or business-wise. At 100, Bbhs is not known with power, time, and abundant compassion, evidence the good works of our founding fathers and the process of metamorphosis, youth and making for prosperity and the making of respect. The school management and staff led by Mr. Kushimon, Senior School, and Mr. Olewa Junior School, impart sound moral knowledge on students that their own life only depends on it. Not all school principals who come to school as early as 6 a.m. just to give as late as 6 p.m. But God has kept them joyous, believing that virtues are perfect in physical outlook. We wish them all prosperity in the service of our great school and our father's land. Before I continue, here's the second non-legacy of Bbhs at 100, Centenary Journey. Bbhs was founded by the Southern American Convention, whose foreign mission was started on August 8, 1850 at Abeokuta. Reverend Samuel George Pino was created by the board to set up the Supreme School education among the key leaders from Agoja, and Onisha. Reverend Pino was the one who gave although the building of the school was delayed due to the effect of the First World War building materials. However, in early 1922, Reverend Pino oversaw the building of 5 blocks of classrooms, a dormitory for boys, a chapel, and a beautiful quarter. And on January 23, 1923, Bbhs was founded with 75 students among the key leaders from Agoja, and Onisha, with 4 teachers, including Reverend Pino as the principal and the vice and Pino. The opening ceremony of the school attracted over 2,000 guests, including Professor Nathaniel Ibe, the first Nigerian Baptist professor, as a guest speaker. Since then, Bbhs has been waxing strong, creating youth upon youth like elders, including Chief Olusegun Obasanjo, GCFR, former alumnus leader of Nigeria, boss of boss, late Chief Obafemi Awolowo, first Premier of West Region, 1954 to 1954, late Chief MP Abiola, GCFR, business like one million presidential election, with Bola Ajibola, KPE, former World Cup judge, Otupa Ibegadani, former governor of the state, Chief Alan Bankole, active politician and philanthropist, Honorable Dimeji Bankole, former speaker of the representatives, Ọba Adedoyin Ayanugbadepo, CFR, Alake Abrahamusula of Igbala, Ọba Dr. Jacob Omolade, Yoruba, Professor Oyesu Olukayode, the National President of World Association of our great school,
Eboluwa is in SS2A and is 15 years old, and we pray that he too will be a great old boy of Bbhs, like the names he mentioned earlier. It's now time to go to the panel for discussion on the topic of today, the colloquium on the role of education in 21st century Nigeria development, the Bbhs adventure. Let me start with the Right Honorable Speaker, Bbhs Bankole.
Let me start with the existing protocols. I am in front of seniors and in front of juniors, so I don't know whether to stand or to sit on this matter. Which one? Sit. Thank you. Because this seat is forever. Right. Mr. Akimi has given us some level of development in economic complexity. And I really don't want to go far into the technical details of it. Because, you know, as Bbhs, old boys, we tend to understand the English. Thank you. We tend to understand any particular level of intellectual capacity that we need to engage anyone at, anywhere in the world. That is not our problem. So when Mr. Akimi takes his time to explain to us here, he's really explaining to people outside the world, because we get it. After all, Bbhs likes to employ people like him while we eat it. And that is just what has been here. You see, most of our students who are even in SS2 or SS3 will start the Bbhs education this week, because they didn't realize where they were before. I don't want to be going to the names, but I want to brag a little bit, if you don't mind. You know, they tell us to be very humble for the Bbhs, but sometimes we brag a little bit. Since my senior had mentioned about how we try to express ourselves on that word called legacy. Legacy. There's a young boy here today whom he referred to earlier on. His great-grandfather was a 1951 graduate of this school called his great-uncle, his grand-uncle, was also in 1965 set Professor Adeleko here. His grandfather was a classmate of Professor Adeleko, one-time opposition leader and philanthropist, Chief Alaniban. That's his grandfather. His father, let me just say his uncle, Sheriff Bankole engineer, who did Bankole startup developer, Salvan Bankole, many uncles passed through this school. Fortunately for his father too, one-time Speaker of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, House Speaker. So this is our school. And I'm glad Mr. Kilby also mentioned that we're now in the top 3 as far as intellectual capacity is concerned in Nigeria. But we have always been number 1 when it comes to character. We have always decided that we will leave everything in the hands of God and sacrifice ourselves to the development of our community and our country. That is why you find the most famous of us all, Chief Obasanjo, who at one time decided that he would pay the ultimate price for Nigeria by joining the military. That is why we find the current Alaki of the Ghana who also joined the military. And many more like that. So whether you want to talk of Chief Wale Soyinka when it comes to literature and common sense and intellectual capacity, they are here. Many more, whether you want to talk about Olubara, Olo, and so on and so forth, here. Leaders, character. And this is what they teach you here. Humility, sympathy, empathy, tolerance, perseverance, endurance. That's what you need to survive anywhere in the world. Because let me tell you, pardon my vernacular if you mind, there's plenty goes best when you do this. In the real world, it is not your intellectual capacity that will get you anywhere. It's only going to support you. They will give you that here. They're giving it to our fathers and they will continue to. And by the record, they're giving it to us. But what will make you survive all the goes that you face after you leave this place is what the Bbhs tells you in those principles that I've told you. Because you will come to a crossroad in your life and you will decide which direction you want. That particular day, this young boy at Baptist Boys High School. Nigeria is an interesting place. Some say that we're religiously, if you don't mind my English, divided more than ever. But that doesn't apply to Baptist Boys High School. Because as far back as the old students of this school, a lot of them are also Muslims, and they remain Muslims till today, including me. Baptist Boys High School never forced us to do anything apart from what we are and what we were brought up from our homes. And we will continue to come here to claim this place even more than Christians all over the world. That this is our school. And be proud of it. And I think Nigeria will need some of these graduates now and in the future to calm down this religious tension, because there's really nothing to it. Bbhs does that shit, and that's its life. So I'm really speaking to legacy, duty. Let me even go far, and I say a little of this. You see, in Ebola, one of the houses that Bbhs used to nominate the next king is the Borough House. And the Borough House has also trusted 2 of its 6 kingmakers in choosing the next king, who happen to be Baptist Boys High School graduates as well. In fact, in England, whenever the election departs, the crown is brought to the Borough House, and it is this Baptist Boys High School that are custodians of this thing until we go to the next place. This is what we do. We lead. And I want this make you great. Thank you and God bless.
On the lecture delivered by Dr. Akinwumi Adesina.
Thank you so much, Senior. As I sat here watching the presentation by our cerebral brother and the African development line, I was moved by his level of understanding of the challenges that we face in this country, especially as it pertains to education. Let me start by saying that no nation can develop above its investment, its level of investment in education. There are no shortcuts. Nations that invest in education invest in human capital. And human capital leads to national development. Education provides opportunities for individuals and remain several spheres where education can contribute to personal growth and sustainable development. Economic, policy, business, political, governance opportunities in listed. And I want to now go back to what Honorable Medical College has said about Bbhs and its products. This code provided economic, policy, business, and governance opportunities for all people who have passed through the process of this great school. And as has been shown by the people who are here today, who have been here this week, Bbhs is the citadel where leaders are made. Leaders are made through solid education, through the solid education that they receive here. And additional also pointed to the importance of infrastructure in ensuring sustainable development. But no country can have infrastructure that is enduring, infrastructure that can contribute to national development if it does not develop its people, if it does not develop its people through education. I can say without any doubt on my mind that the grounds on which we are today, Baptist Boys High School, is one of the greatest broad-based investment in human capital anywhere in the world. We are making strides, and Mr. Akinwumi Adesina pointed to the strides we are making. I do not have to rehash what he said. But one thing that is extremely important for us to understand today is the role that the business sector can play in education and human development. He pointed to have seen important and powerful men come here this week to celebrate their alma mater. In order for Nigeria to today, you must decide today that you are going to do everything within you to get the learning that you need so as to be able to put meaning to them to the development of Nigeria. The teachers here, as well as the school administrators, must also make a commitment that they will work together to ensure that students also get the same proper learning that they need in order to ensure that they grow up to be successful, resourceful, trustworthy men when they grow up.
Applause for Dr. Olamide Olushisi. I am not coming in now. The panel, that's Right Honorable Dimeji Bakole and Dr. Olamide Olushisi. There is, in addressing this colloquium on the role of education in 21st century Nigerian development, the Bbhs adventure, I want to go on to talk about the problem that is facing us generally in Nigeria today. There are so many graduates in the country and they have no jobs. Many of the graduates we have, they have mass multiplication, history, etc., accountancy, and so many other subjects. And the training that they have in the universities is not being addressed, is not addressing the economic challenges of Nigeria. So what are you proposing for us to be a solution to this? How can we address this? There are so many graduates. Somebody yesterday was talking about Tata in India. Tata is a company that has brought so many people, so many graduates in India who have no jobs, and we train them in computer and engineering, and they are addressing and they have helped to motivate and navigate India to its current developmental stage. Somebody was talking about India now having many of the Indian graduates and once in computer and ICT in America, and it's a fallout of this startup training that India had to maintain itself. So I want the panelists to address the challenge that we have in Nigeria. So many graduates that do not meet the industrial or developmental needs of the country. Let's start with the Dr. with the Right Honorable Dimeji Bakole.
My dear senior, well, I may get into trouble for expressing my own opinion on solutions to one of these problems that we have in Nigeria. So if I get into trouble, I trust that Bbhs would, and as you know, those of us who came or who passed through this school, we're not afraid to speak our minds. Because, as they say in Yoruba, Baso. Now, some of you sitting here would not even like the answer that I'm about to give you. You see, in my opinion, there are two ways that I can address this question. One is as an economics graduate of, probably the best universities in the world, in Oxford and It's all about drilling oil and selling the oil or looting the oil and so on and so forth. Oil can never employ a nation. It can't. Because the only other technology similar to that of used in oil drilling is drilling water from the ground. And you can't employ 1 million people. You can't. So, we now have to make our economy complex so that we can employ as many people as possible. Now, to do that, we must put in the work. We must support ourselves. Malthusian economics tells you the different dependency ratio, relation of population to economic development. Now that we have technology and all the things that Mr. Kim is saying, we can now make sure that our graduates are employable. However, employable for what? When there is no direction, no leadership to make the economy complex. This is where political leadership and community leadership come into it. For goodness sake, this is Baptist Boys High School. I am bragging that this is my school. This is my family's school. And we will continue to support the school by sending our children here. How many of us that have benefited from this school has decided to pay the price by making sure that their family continues to support the school forever so that the school can continue to develop? The same way, how many of us in our community take part in deciding those who lead us in our community? This is where the trouble now starts. Less than 3% of registered voters took part in local government elections in Ogun State last time. Less than 3%. And this is the government that will bring down policies that affect primary health, primary education, the foundation of those that they are able to set particular strategies to the world. So if we don't care about our children from the age of 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, why are we pretending to care about them when we come out of university? Boy, that's the question. Because the job that the NHS of this world are doing is to make sure that all those things that those boys lack in the primary school, they are teaching them here. Leadership. So if, as an elite I'm talking about includes political, business, intellectual, traditional, civil service, do not even bother to come out to decide those who will lead and determine the foundation of their children. Why are we pretending to say that this is what we're going to do about unemployment in the future? So, sir, when state government elections are held, and people are becoming governors with less than 15% of registered votes, why do you now have any right to even ask that government on the right policy directives to solve our problems? So, you may not like it to, but unless we begin to come back home, take care of our community, decide who lead us, send those ones that were decided to either the local government or to Abuja or to State House or State Assembly, please sir, let us not pretend to be more Catholic than the Pope. Thank you, sir. And if I get into trouble, I've told you about it.
Thank you so much, Right Honorable Louis Macaulay. And now, I think he has looked at it more from a political perspective. And now I will invite Dr. Olatunde Olushesi to look more from the industry and the educational perspective, what do we do about so many graduates in Nigeria that do not fit into the industrial and economic needs of the country to drive development of the country?
Thank you very much, Machine, for that important question. I am going to answer by first
has come to add to the fountain of knowledge on our colloquium, the role of education in 21st century Nigerian development, the Bbhs, adventure. And distinguished ladies and gentlemen, we are listening to Right Honorable Dimitri Bakole and Dr. Oladunde Olushesi, and they have given this from very wide perspectives. One, a politician, and the other, an academic. You know, so I know that there are so many of us here who also have contributions to give, particularly on the topic and the germane issue of so many graduates in Nigeria for not meeting industry specification, industry needs. There are so many graduates who have no jobs. They are unemployable, but they can't be employed. Or when they are employed, they cannot meet the targets of the industry. So this is a challenge. What is the role of education in 21st century Nigerian development? And of course, some are looking at the Bbhs adventure. Bbhs has been able to provide for so many of Nigeria's needs. That is why we say we bring leaders here. So many of our graduates are in the professions and they are excelled. So I want to, for the next 10 minutes, we want some of us, you may have something to say, we'll give you time to talk. And we want just 2 or 3 from the audience who want to contribute to what we are discussing. Okay? Yes. I think after this man here,
Thank you, Ryan. I did hear sort of insinuation. Yes, sorry. I'm a Babatical Soil 738 He made a sort of insinuation because he was particular about some subjects. He mentioned history, mass communication, and whatever. And I think the idea is trying to bring out from here was that their inability to get occupational job centered on what they are studying. And in Nigeria today, without around STEM, science, technology, engineering, and mathematics. But let's go on the internet. The whole world has moved to STEM. Dr. Olushesi did mention that Nigeria is rich in problems, and that's one of our problems, and I'm moving with the world. We still believe that development is tied only to STEM. The whole world has moved to STEM, science, technology, engineering, arts, and mathematics. Our University of Ibadan, Lebanon University here, already has a department, a whole department called multidisciplinary departments. Here they are based a sort of marriage between science and arts now. At University of Ibadan, we have a professor now, who is the professor of literature and medicine. You believe it? One person. It doesn't mean it's going to diagnose medical problems, but you know, there are limitations to certain things. So the whole world has moved from STEM to STEM. So the problem is not because of the subject you're studying, but as the community history and the honorable, but for our problems with policy making. I wrote a research paper enhancing the learning of mathematics in English language classrooms in Nigerian secondary schools. And it was published by an institution, University of Nigeria, enhancing the learning of mathematics
belong to 75, 76, and 77 cents. What does that say? I'm a pastor today. I'm also a proprietor. I had challenges when I was in school, in my education, repeated classes. But today, that is not what defines me. What defines me is my contribution. The question I want to ask our professors, especially Nigerian professors these days, why is it that when you are serving as professors in our citadel of learning, you provide or propose the solution? Suddenly you become the Minister of Education and nothing works again. Who will answer that question? Who will address that? Because most of the time we keep talking about just the policy, just the finances, but individuals here have been privileged to lead institutions, but suddenly we become ministers. What happens? What happens that what we profess as lecturers, as teachers, then we cannot? Let me close this way. The Bbhs adventure, I think, rests squarely on godly values. Of course, when Reverend is talking, yes, godly values. And those values are what is making us to become whatever we become. But how do we reflect those godly values for the coming generation in our various locations? That is my food for thought. Thank you.
Reverend Akibo, thank you very much. I want to acknowledge that we have within us here students of Bbhs Grammar School. They are one of the invited schools, they are here. And students of Omolaja Shudipo Memorial Anglican School, Onikolubu Abuja. Thank you for being here with us. And please introduce yourself and not spend more than 2 minutes.
I'm Nico Akiton. I just want us not to 82 I want us not to lose sight of this very important point. I think the brain of it morally decadent society or nation is a sick society. A morally decadent nation or society is a sick society. If you lose sight of morality, and most of the things that you have been talking about were piloted on the morals that were taught in this school, there is no amount of policies that will be effective if you have poor leadership. If you lack morals, there's nothing that will come out of it. Any education that lacks morals is no education. Because education itself should be seen in its complex nature. So this is what I think is foundational to most of the things we call the complex problem in this country. I take my rest. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Thank you, Brother for giving me the floor. I know you are my senior, you are junior, and I want to thank the panelists on the active group. My name is Ikabeki, 7377 State. The question is employable graduates. Where does it start? Charity starts from home. Let's start with these children. All these children, like the right honorable said, they don't know what is at stake after the next 5 years. In the next 5 years, by 17, 18, 5 years after, they will become graduates. So what will they be doing? And to all of us that are parents, our children are in different schools. What will our children be doing? I know most of the old boys in my own category, right? Their children must have passed out, and you must find a way of fixing them. What about these children? Charity must begin now with these children. How
In my own case, I happen to have fallen into such problems when I was in the secondary school, back to Boys High School. When I was about to finish, I could not do science. I ended up doing arts. But unfortunately, whether I will go direction of teaching, I will go direction of marketing, I ended up going direction of mass communication, which is when I now join advertising and marketing and advertising, right? I also ended up in print, right? By way of law. Many of us, old boys, we are seated here. It has been by the grace of God that we are falling into different professions outside teaching professions. Many of us, you can bear the witness. Some are teachers, they excel to become professors, to become PhD holders today because it's the grace of God. I know of my brother. I know what Mr. Adelabu, our teacher here, used to do with him and Corridor to teach them how to speak gently. He will remember as he's standing with them. But he's here today, right, as a broadcaster, and he's a good broadcaster for that matter. So I'm imploring all what the old boys have put together in the school today. There are so many things I will beg of the teachers to have to harmonize everything together and make sure that how do you teach these students into different professions right from now, groom them to face different professions. Those doing physics, chemistry, what can they do in engineering? What can they do? Those doing mathematics, what can they do in the digital sector? So it is not what they will do by themselves in the future. It is what they do now. How are they being taught now? It's either now or they get confused in future. By doing that, we will not have unemployable graduates. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much. You got back in 1977. We cannot take everybody. I will take two more people. Let me first take Chief Chef Oshunde, 1966 class. After which I'm going to hear.
My name is Chef Oshunde, 1966. The last year, is already out. Part of what I want to bring out today, and that is the emphasis on vocational education. It's at a starting point. It is a trial from the, from the division right too. We should not look down on small beginnings. Just as the last speaker said, there must be more emphasis on vocational education. We should start to teach our children how to get involved in learning other extracurricular skills. Let them acquire other skills. And I've been involved in such programs in Nigeria. What we try to do is, I come from, I grew up in an inner city of whatever, and I try to pick some little ones there, people who are secondary school. I try to engage them in vocational work. Why they are in secondary school? They spend some 3 days in a week being an apprentice for an hour or two after school. So by the time they finish the 5 or 6 years, they at least they have something there to get engaged before they take it down and waste their time repeating subjects and all the rest of them. So the emphasis, in short, let us emphasize vocational education. By the time they get to university and they finish up, they have something to lay back on, and they will get some relief, economic relief to their parents. Thank you.
Thank you, Chief Chef Oshunde, 1966 class. I acknowledge the presence with us of students of Anglican Girls Grammar School, AGGS. They are here. They are also welcome among the invited schools for this occasion. There are so many people who want to talk, but we cannot take everybody. So I will take only one more speaker, Dr. Malo, 1973 class. Because of your dimension and those for this session. Thank you. Bbhs attention. I thank you all very much. I thank Dr. Akinobi Additional, who sent us his prepared lecture, and I thank the discussants, Right Honorable Dinuji Bakole and for their very deep perspectives. And I thank all of you who also made contributions and those of you listening. I think it's a challenge for all of us. Let me now invite our global president, Professor Kayode Oyeshiku, to give us the closing remarks.
Ladies and gentlemen, our invitees from several secondary schools, I also want to thank you for being here. To our discussants, please take this our token to remember us as we navigate the development of this country. That is my honorable. Thank you so much. I don't want to gloss over one question that somebody asked, because it seems it was directly those questions to Nigerian professors. And that question should not be meant for Nigerian professors. We also have intellectuals like Honorable Dinuji is one, Dr. Williams is also another one, and they have spoken eloquently. If I want to give a response, it will take me several weeks, but I will make it very simple. we are